Hi loves, this is channeling. Let's find the right people at the right time. And on today's episode, I want to talk about Libras, the December horoscope for Libras. Let's see what's going on. So, you, the people in your life, and the energy in between. Oh boy, hey. Libras, what is going on? You're the Page of Cups reversed, which is getting smart and getting serious, because the Page of Cups is like child and like throwing water, like you think of like a pool and like you're just gonna have people in like a pool party or like they're splashing people in the face. Like that's what the Page of Cups is. But this is just like not being playful, being serious, waking up to something, or thinking you have to think that way. We can always change who we are, and I really think this leans into childhood trauma and like things like that, like just like equating youth to foolishness and silliness, and to stop believing that you're getting tired, you're getting old, you're getting plain, you're getting boring. So you harp on the things that like, you're like, oh, I'm so glad I'm not like that anymore. I'm so much, wiser. And it's like, sure, but like, you don't have to act like an adult to be happy. I see that coming through, like thinking you have to be a certain way. Off the bat, I'm seeing that like very negatively. Page comes first is very much like this. I'm serious. That's it. That's all I can be. I'm a man now, or a woman. But take how it resonates. But that's how I see it. The Wheel of Fortune versus people in your life. So, okay, it's Christmas, right? You're celebrating some of the just holidays in general, right? I shouldn't say Christmas. I should say holidays. It's holiday season, right? The Wheel of Fortune is like your parents are disappointed in you. They're disappointed in how maybe that you are stuck up, that you you haven't found your pizzazz again, or zest for life again. They see that or family sees that in like how you meet up with them, or you talk to them, or like just how you show up for them and celebrate for them together. This month it's just like they really see, and again this could be a projection on their part, but I see it being real. It's like you guys are like, they really see that you haven't been like, they don't understand why you regret the youth you had. Because most people, like, you're in the season of regretting it. Because, like, most people are like, oh my god, I wish I was young again. I wish it was this again. And, like, they try to catch that, like, innocence again. Because it's so fleeting. Innocence is a very fleeting thing. And it's a very prosperous and fortunate thing when you have it, because it's a creative spark. You can do anything when you believe you can. And that comes from innocence. A specific naivete that you have lost. The Page of Cups reverse, like I said, you have lost this, and they see this as like, what happened to him? He let himself go. They let themselves go. Like, what happened to them? That's coming off right at the bat. But also, it could be a projection and a society, maybe why you're so like, I can't do anything right, even when I'm serious, even when I'm doing what I think I should be doing. It's not enough for these people, and that they still think I'm worthless because I'm not making this amount of money, or this amount of stuff, like, or making so much stuff for myself, or having a car, having a house, like stuff like that. I see that as like, that they think you can't do it, or they think you just, you haven't done it right. You just haven't done it right. Other than that, this is very serious. I'm sorry, this is your family. But it seems like in some aspect they're right. But it's also like you made me this way, because like I said, childhood trauma can be childhood trauma when it's reversed. So I'm like, they made you this way in some way, or you have disdain for them in some way because they did, but they have this upheaval and this like standard of like what it should be. You're failing at it, or you're always failing at it. And the hangman is just the energy in the middle. And I'm like, because this is like letting upright, this is letting go. This is not letting go. This is holding on. You both are holding on, like I said, to disdain and like not wanting to like forgive each other and move on. And like again, like I said, you need to find your innocence again. You need to like find what made you happy back then, because you're harping on the things that were bad when there is so much good, especially if you're younger. Like there is so much good that you have because of imagination. Children have such imaginations. Even if you grew up in the worst conditions ever, I swear to you, like that you still had the best time of your life because you had to survive, to live. You had to, and to focus on the things that you focused on when you were going through those things. Because that is where you get ingenious, you get like to a place where your eureka moments, because you remember the times that like your soul, your body, your mind were like focusing on something and it made you so happy, or forgetting something to go somewhere else, it made you so happy. Like there is something you need to focus on and remember that you did, because it's going to really help you not only like move on with your life and let go. I want you to let go. I want you to let go to not everything, obviously, like some of these things, right? You have to let go of some of these things and remember how you would let go, because forgetting how you let go, and you're holding on to these things, and you really need to like meditate, stare at a wall, like get out of the body you're in, like remember there's so much more. Dreams, maybe lucid dreaming. I'm going to try and learn some of that. Lucid dreaming could be coming up for you, like trying to either remember a lucid dream or like getting into lucid dreaming, because again, it's just this expansiveness of your mind and how you experience life through something that is so, in the grand scheme of things, so minuscule, because you're not. It's like a couple seconds, like a minute, 20 minutes. Like it's not like a long time doing something like this, but it's so important for you because you need to remember that like there is just more than you think. You did it as a child, and you can do it again. I hope that resonates with you. Clarification here. Oh God, it used to happiness. You guys are like, whew, that was a lot. I'm not gonna lie. Everything reversed. Okay, everything reversed. Hangman always confuses me. He's up right for a minute. Okay, it's upside down. The Three of Cups is you guys. So, this could be like an office Christmas party, or holiday party, whatever you celebrate. No one, everyone celebrates Christmas, but like just a party in general, a holiday party, whatever. And you're together, you're talking to people, and like, yeah. At this party, or again, parties, maybe not just one, but maybe you go to a family party, get together, whatever it is. But like, this is a get together of people, a communion, conversation. So to me, this sort of thing is like, you're going to be talking to people emotional standpoint, and like really let your guard down at some point. Maybe at least you should, because you're really reserved and you're really, most of the time with these people, and I think at the party, or parties, you're gonna really like loosen up, and they also are gonna tell you things, or be more loose at these parties, not just gatherings, get-togethers, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be a whole party, just a few people talking, right? It's just it's just understanding each other, understanding of each other. Like it's just like, because you've been so serious that like now that you're having some fun, they're saying like that, and maybe they're even saying like, oh, I remember how I used to have fun like this, and it might trigger something for you, and something you remember doing. Because like I said, you have to remember what you did, and you really, it's gonna be really hard for you to remember these things because you really harp on the negative aspect of these things, and you're growing up. But this, at least right now, in the winter, like, when it's really hard. So, but yeah, that is like, can be that. It can also be gossip, right? If people don't understand you most of the time, and they really like, wow, he's like a robot. Well, he doesn't have feelings. Well, they don't have emotion. Like, I'm saying it because I'm a man, but I'm also just saying they, like, just in general, they think you're a robot. They don't think you're emotional. They don't think you have a youthfully, because like, how old people, like the stereotype of old people is like just they're so like timid and they don't move and they don't whatever, like, but like a lot of old people still have youth in them. They still have a vibrance to them and colorfulness to them. You don't have that right now, and they're really seeing that. They're really like, ugh, that screw it, it's just bah humbug. They don't really like you like that. But they're starting to like you with this kind of gathering. Make them laugh because they're laughing at you behind your back. Make them laugh because you're gonna remember what it was like and how to get there again. So yeah, I've been there recently, laughing at myself and laughing at life in general. Life is not a big joke, but like a joke you have to be in on, like a pun you have to be in on. Not joke you have to be in on. Like it's important to know that. Be in on it. Be in on the joke. Don't like get so hard. Don't like, oh my god, my bag ripped out. And it's like someone is laughing at that who can see it happening, and maybe even someone that you love and did that, like to make you remember something else. Like it's something about like you have to be cautious and aware of like things that happen and why they happen, and not just you can get in the same breath, like you can get too much harping on it. In the why, and it's just a thing of like, please laugh at the things that happen in your life because they are funny. Dropping your bag and exploding everywhere is funny. It's art. You just made art. Like you just made the carpet art. You just made the floor art. Like anything that happens like that can be viewed in a different way. Even in a pessimistic way, you can still laugh at it and be like, oh my god, I can't believe that happened. Like. You don't have to be so. You can still be negative while not funny with it. Like be funny with it. Like be witty with it. Be witty with what happens in your life. That's coming out for you guys. That's probably what I've been saying is like being witty, because I've been going through my same cycle myself. It's like being witty and like being laughing at things that just and I'm also sometimes running. Remember the running gags in your life, the things that go wrong in your life, that consistently happen that are wrong in your life, and make a joke out of it. Make it funny. Like, be witty about it. I can't think of an example, but that's because I do it all the time. I'm just like, and I'm laughing, but like, just find the running gags in your life and make them that. Make them a gag. Make them a funny thing. Make them a pun. Like, just find it in your life because it's not that serious, especially things that happen all the time and just are normal things that happen to anybody. Don't get so caught up in, oh my god, how does it happen to me? And be like, oh my god, this happened to me. Like, get there. It's not good. Nine of Wands. This is them, which is like, not putting down someone's territory, not knowing what you're in for, not knowing what you're getting into, which is interesting. None of Wands are getting like a lot of heat, a lot of anger with these people, because it's Wands, it's fire, it's passion, which can be love, like passion can be love, right? But like it's this anger over still hostility. To me, it's reading as hostility, that they don't want to see you succeed, they don't want you happy. Subconsciously, they might have ways of dignifying and explaining away these things, and they're really good at that, but they deep down, they don't want you to succeed. They don't want you to get where you need to go, because this is them not wanting to step overboard or step over or like walk over the bridge. Like this is like walking over a bridge, right? Like you need to walk over the bridge. Like you need to get there. They don't want to. They don't want to do it. They're very resistant to it. You might convince them. Finally, by not listening to them, you're going to convince them, because that's the whole point. Is that they think you don't have a spine. Please have a spine, and not all you've wanted is to prove yourself to them. And by doing that, they're like, wow, they're so spineless. They don't. They just listen to what we say. Like it's. So please, like, be contrarian. Like, I just watch Cat in the Hat. Like, they want to think to like be contrarian. Like, do the opposite of what they're saying. Do the opposite of what they're doing, because they're gonna be completely gobsmacked and impressed. Because I don't know. It might be reverse psychology for them. Who knows? But I'm just seeing that coming out. It's just like, do the opposite of what they say, because what they say isn't working. And it's really dimming your shine. Confirmation energy for this whole reading. Page of Swords reversed. Page of Swords upright is like a tattletale. That's the most negative thing I could say about Page of Swords. Is tattletale. Just saying too many things. Speaking to too many topics that you're not even aware of intellectually. But this is like reversed. So I'm like, this is thinking you have to shut up, or like shutting up because you need to work internally. Like I said, focusing on the things in your life and the youth in your life, and maybe again like Christmas, the holidays in December really resonating with you, like coming back to children and like coming back to when you were a child and like you had Christmases and your traditions and holidays. Like what was that like for you, and like that kind of stuff, and like the happiness there or the unhappiness there, like you're focusing on that. And I see on top of this the point of like because I see you really resenting these people because they've traumatized you from childhood or something of that effect, something to that effect, something similar to that. But this is like not wanting to talk about the childhood, Page's child. So like not want to talk about the childhood, not want to talk about this and that. And I'm not. I'm seeing that like you have to like take it with you. I'm seeing again internal work. I'm seeing work on this stuff internally, like seeing this stuff, evaluating it, and being like, okay, now I can move forward. Now I can do it in my own life, in my own what I thought was like adult, old wise life, and like apply it to this, because it's just as important now. It's more important now than it even was then, because I'm still trapped back then. I'm still holding on to these things back in that room, back in that corner where they put me. Like I'm still over there. But I didn't remember how I like looked at the dust, how it moved, looked at the cobwebs and how it fascinated me. Look at how I did something with nothing. With nothing. They gave me nothing, and yet I still was Matilda. I still did something with it, because that is what you do when you are in a situation like that. Even in torture and like war crimes, stuff like that, torture, I even see that. Maybe you went to war and you had like torture and like, I'm just seeing this because it can be, it resonating for someone who had went through abuse as well as like just torture of like war crimes and torture and waterboarding, all that stuff, like nails being peeled off, like stuff like that. Like you find a way to get through it without cracking. And there are people who go through that, like do acrobatics and mental gymnastics to not say things, not say important things, because it's they'd rather die than do that. But like, how do you escape things like that? You mentally go there. You mentally escape. You don't physically escape. You mentally escape. I want you to mentally escape what you've been through and understand how you got out of it then and remember it now and put it into practice now, because you're going to get there. You're not going to have to speak on it. You're going to don't harp on those things that happen then, and the gatherings you're having, like hold your tongue and like do it internally, because they're wanting you to snap, they're wanting you to break, they're wanting you to feed into the negativity, they're wanting you to, because they have all their excuses in the world, and you've really told them everything that's wrong, and they've never listened to you, they've never heard you, and you need to stop listening. You need to stop. Listen to yourself. You don't need to hear them again, have the same a million excuses. That's not helpful for you. I want you to stop putting them on blast, because you're going to put them on blast when you walk away and you do your own thing in life. They're going to be so shocked. I love this for you guys. If this resonated, please like and subscribe. Bye, loves. This has been Change Channel Channeling.